Welcome to A Styled Life, the podcast for purpose-led female founders and senior leaders ready to use style as a powerful tool for confidence, impact, and influence. I'm your host, Alex Standley, multi-award-winning personal stylist, speaker, and sustainable fashion consultant with 2 decades of experience in the fast-paced world of fashion. Join me as we redefine success from the inside out. This podcast isn't just about clothes. It's about personal power, purposeful style, and creating a life that aligns with your values. So whether you're running a business, leading a movement, or stepping into your next chapter, you're in the right place. Each week, we'll dive into the world of personal style, sustainability, female empowerment, and living with intention through real stories, expert insights, and plenty of inspiration. Welcome back to A Styled Life. I'm really excited today to be joined by holistic health coach and Pilates studio owner, Jessica Galinsky. Jessica is also a client. We worked together in autumn last year to up-level her style as she evolved in her life and her business. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to chat today.
I'm so glad that we've managed to do this. I'd love to start off, for anyone listening that doesn't know who you are, just for you to tell us a bit about what you do and why you do it, like what your mission is.
Yeah, I love that question always because it honestly is what it's my life, basically. My name is Jessica Galinsky. I am a holistic health coach, as you mentioned, and I have spent 10 years in the women's health industry, helping women get healthier, fitter, stronger, mentally, emotionally, and physically, and also on a cellular level. So I really put together from functional lab testing, so personalized testing, and also like your complete life history of your health and your family's health to enable us to get a bigger picture of what you need, especially if you're going through things like perimenopause or have any like hormonal issues such as thyroid issues, PCOS, endometriosis, those kind of things, so we can heal the body at a root cause. So often we're dealing with our health in a reactive way, so we're kind of treating the symptoms, whereas I love to work with my clients to actually change habits so that we can be proactive with our health, be proactive with our health, so that we know exactly what to do to stay healthy, to stay fit, to stay the strongest version of ourselves. And yeah, it's my mission to just make that more accessible for so many women in our circles. The more we know about our bodies and our health, the more we'll teach our children, our sisters, our husbands, like the men need to know this as well.
Definitely.
And yeah, that's basically it.
I love that. And I love your approach because, like you said, I think, we all lead such busy lives and we do end up just being reactive. And often, I've heard it said a lot recently that we're kind of over medicated. And if you go and visit your GP, the first thing they'll do is just treat the symptom and not treat the cause. And I think that's what's so amazing about the way that you approach your work.
Yeah.
Really look at the bigger picture and you treat it in a holistic way, which I think is the way forward.
I can give you an example. Like my client went to the doctors the other day and she got told that she has endometriosis, and the doctor said, okay, well, let's put you back on the pill. And I asked her and I said, did he ask you, how are you sleeping? What's your stress levels like? What are you eating? Like, what's going on in your life right now? He didn't ask her anything. So how can we treat the person if we're not getting the whole person in the picture, And that's really, really important. And I think that's how our work kind of reflects, because you go into that detail as well, except for the external. So when we've spoken about before, we love going to that depth of the client versus just the surface level.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think that's been one of my biggest lessons over the last 6 years of having my business is everything is about reconnecting with yourself and understanding yourself. And, that applies with both of our work. And I think our ethos and our approach is very similar because it's all about that kind of living with intention. And obviously on my side, it's about that reconnection with yourself, but also doing things in a way that works for you, that speaks to your joy and like your personality and your lifestyle and like everything that works for you. But in turn, that obviously creates intentional living from a sustainability point of view as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about like living with intention and kind of what that means to you?
Yeah. I think we don't get taught how to live with intention. We get taught to kind of put our needs and our opinions, or not necessarily opinions, but our creativity aside already from school. Like we get taught to follow the rule book. We
Mm,
get taught to follow exams. We also get taught to not listen to our bodies when we're tired or when
yeah.
we're you know, a big trend in the women's health world is to be as thin as possible, as skinny as possible. So
Mm,
it's like ignoring the fact that you're hungry, ignoring signs. We just don't get taught that we
mm,
should be listening to our bodies and we should be listening to what's going on,
mm,
yeah, and how we're feeling. So for me,
yeah.
intentional living is understanding exactly what your body is trying to tell you on a personal level, and then
Mm,
choosing to do something from you, not from someone else's
mm,
opinion, not from society's opinion, but from you. And
mm,
often it takes a really long time to peel back the layers of expectations of parents, of others, of
mm,
comparison, of social media, and what school taught us to really truly understand what do I actually want and what
mm,
is my intention in this and what makes me happy. Because so often we're doing things for other people. And especially as women, we're people often
yeah.
by default, we're people pleasers. We're told to
Mm,
stay a bit more quiet and again, not think about what we want, but to please the others. So
yeah.
it's not as easy, I think, as it sounds to live it with intention, and it takes a
No.
little bit of understanding of work, but it's
Mm,
so rewarding when you do, because when your body and your mind are in alignment through that intention, it's such an incredible feeling. That, and I try to live with intention on a daily basis. I do morning routines, reflections, also communicating with my friends and family about what my goals are, things like that. So that's for me, living with intention.
I love that. And I just think, again, there's so many synergies. I think a big part of both of our roles with what we do is all about kind of drowning out that external noise. Because, like you
Hmm.
said, like you listed out all of those things that can impact how we feel and how we kind of disconnect with
Yeah,
our bodies and with our minds and with our joy and like what we
yeah.
love.
Hmm.
So I think a huge part of both of our roles is that reconnection, and also like it doesn't matter about what somebody told you about how you should look or how you should train or how you should eat. What matters most is you as an individual and like what's best for you and what feels right to you. And I
Yeah.
think I see this so much with style, that like really successful, driven, ambitious women come to me and they don't have any idea about what it is that they love and what it is, the details that they enjoy and all of that kind of thing. And I guess the beauty of the process is drawing all of that out and like bringing that back, and looking at things like from the past and things from the present and how you want to move forward. That's why it's such a powerful, like empowering process, because it is about you. It's not about the trends or like what the high street are telling you that you should buy this season. It's all coming back to who you are and how you want to show up.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, I had that when I was working with you. I'm very good at living it with intention and knowing what I want in my work life and in
Mm,
my personal life. But with my style, like there's so many facets to your life, isn't there? But with my
yeah.
style, I just didn't have a clue. And I'd put it on the back burner. I think that's the important thing to say, because I used to really care about style, but then so many other things came to be more important because I was
Yeah.
building my business. I was trying to build my relationship with my husband. I just moved house. We're building another
Mm,
business, And so often we get put on the back burner, our style, our or looking after ourselves.
yeah.
I mean, the same with my business as well. In health, the first thing we put on the back burner is ourselves. I'm guilty of it myself.
Mm,
And I really enjoyed the process with you of finding myself again through style and being
yeah.
able to show myself and show my creativity through myself. Be a bit adventurous, like playful.
Mm,
I found that again, which was really exciting to see and to try. And I tried to put my style to practice today for this podcast because and people have noticed and it's been so nice.
I
And
love
that's
that.
what you say, like it's rewarding.
Mm,
It's not just for other people's validation, but it feels
no,
nice when someone says you look good, you know. So I've
cool.
noticed the work you put in. So yeah, fully agree.
I think that's the thing as well, that it isn't about anyone else. There is something, like you said, validating about
Hmm.
receiving that kind of feedback as well when you're actually being authentic to yourself.
Yeah,
You're not trying to show up as anybody else, and people are receiving that in a positive way, which is always such an amazing feeling, on top of the fact that you obviously feel amazing in yourself because you're being really true to who you are,
yeah,
and how that impacted how you felt about your
yeah.
style and your body, and like what you needed to kind of support you through that transition.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, you said it's a bit of a transition. I feel like
Yeah.
last year was like the transition of all transitions. So yeah, I went through my explant. I had implants for I think it was like 12 or 13 years. And I think many women can probably resonate with we are very well, I don't want to speak to everyone, but I was very insecure with the way I looked back when I was younger. Everyone had
Mm,
bigger boobs than me. The ideal beauty was to have big boobs and have
mm,
a cute little body. So I ended up, I think when I was 21, getting implants and they ended up just being making me really sick, to be honest. Like I was getting really ill. I developed a couple of autoimmune conditions, blah 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 blah. Long story short, I ended up getting them out last year, which was very, I have to say, courageous of me because
mm,
and I'm not just saying it to blow my own trumpet, but when you're so fixated on your looks, and as I was, and I loved my body, I loved the way my boobs looked, and
mm,
that's such a female feminine aspect of what made me
mm,
me, or as I thought,
definitely.
and to have that taken away, albeit for health reasons, and I wanted to do it, it was still a
Mm,
transition to go from a double D to an A. And
mm,
it definitely knocked my confidence. It definitely made me need to buy new clothes and understand what my
mm,
body needs now and what my body looks like now. And
mm,
it was a transition and a journey of acceptance. And I think through style, I managed to do that because I knew how to dress before for the old
mm.
me, but
Yeah.
finding the things to dress and for what I needed as this new woman. And I really do see it as like a cutoff for myself that was
Mm,
the old me, and it allowed me to kind of transition into this new woman that I've become. And like you mentioned as well, I changed my business, I'm opening up a
mm,
Pilates studio. Like it was a really stressful period, but I
mm.
managed to find myself through my style again and make the best out of it. Yeah,
I think you're right. It is so courageous because, and I think as women especially, and I'm sure, it's the case for men as well, but there aren't quite the same kind of societal pressures
pressure.
in some ways there are for men as for women. And like you said, I think as women, we kind of attach our self-worth to our bodies and like
Yeah.
how our bodies look, and are we fitting in with the kind of beauty ideal, and I can definitely relate to that beauty ideal of like having big boobs and being
Mm.
like out of shape, and like that
Yeah.
was how, when we grew up, that was what the kind of beauty ideal was. And if you didn't
Yeah.
fit in and you didn't feel good enough or like
Yeah.
worthy, or and I speak to so many women who feel like that, and they feel kind of less than because their bodies aren't what everybody's told them that they should be. A really important thing to acknowledge with that as well is that it is constantly changing, and so it's like you can never fit in, or you can never be good enough, because it's like you were saying about right now, it's like skinny is trending again, and it used to be like heroin chic in the 90s, and then
Mm-hmm.
the Kardashians, and it was all about curves and having a big bum, and like
Yeah.
never get it right because it's not real, it's just kind of something that's created. So
Yeah.
I think it does take great courage to embrace yourself as you are naturally, um, and to really accept yourself as well. And I think that's how it starts, almost with acceptance, and then embracing yourself, and then kind of learning to love yourself, and to,
Yeah.
as you said, like when you can dress your proportions, and you can dress for your shape, and you can dress for your colors and all that kind of thing. It does
Yeah.
help, but
Yeah.
you're kind of making the most of how you are naturally,
Yeah.
and then feeling really positive about that and feeling really connected to that as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I love, like, for me, it didn't start with acceptance. For me, actually started with anger. Like, going
Yeah.
back to what you said, like, how we are shaped by society to think we're less than, from media, from the TV shows we watch. Like, the fact that I went under the knife to get implants because I felt less than, like, that's so much. And then they made me so sick. And I think more women are sick with these things than they think they are. They think
Yeah.
they haven't connected the dots yet, that these can cause
Mhm.
autoimmune conditions. And it made me angry. Like, how dare they make me feel like that? And
Yeah.
it wanted me to take back my power. And I see this with my health as well. Like, I also think I'm going to be the healthiest version of myself, because how dare you make me, that they plan things to, like, scrolling on your phone is addictive for a reason. They put
Mm.
sugar in all the foods for a reason.
Yeah.
They bombard you with media to make you feel less than for a reason.
Mm.
Getting my implants out was like a big fu to the world. I'm doing it
Yeah.
my way, and the same as doing it with style as well. A big fu to the world. I don't care what they say, what the latest trend is. I'm going to make myself feel good with exactly what I want. And that
Mm.
first step was also like finding that intention. What do I want? How do I feel
Yeah.
good? And also being courageous in the second part as well, with finding different things, stepping out of the norm, being courageous and
Mm.
confident with, like, things that maybe you wouldn't wear. I remember being on the Zoom with you a couple of times and you made some suggestions. I was
Yeah.
like, ooh, I can do that. And
Yeah, pushing you
yeah,
out of your comfort zone.
yeah, 100%. And that's what you sometimes need. And I definitely
Mm.
think, for me, it puts a fire under my butt. I'm a bit of a rebel anyway, to think, like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for all of you. I'm doing this for me. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I think with, again, with what we both do, having an expert in your corner to support you with that,
Yeah.
so helpful, because I think I've definitely found with my health and fitness and nutrition and all of those things, like, it's so overwhelming, and you
Mm.
can get so many different perspectives and different points of view, and like one person's telling you that you should be keto and another person telling you should be vegan and someone else tells you
Yeah.
you should, and it is so much. So like, if you can get the support of an expert to break it all down for you and make it personalized to you,
Yeah.
and like having that permission slip, it's like an example that I use all the time, that you just want somebody to give you that permission slip, like, it's okay to do it your way, it's okay to be like this or do it like this. And that's
Mm.
huge for so many women, because you do lose your confidence, as you age or as you go through the menopause or whatever it is. Like, we go through so many different evolutions. If you can have somebody to support you along the way, then I just think it's such a powerful investment.
Oh, 100%. Like, I am a coach. I love coaches. I work with coaches all the way. Like, I just love having someone there to hold my hand and kind of guide me through. Not just because I need someone there, I could do it on my own, but it's so much
Um,
quicker and easier to have an expert at hand to give you, they've been through it. This is their expertise. So why would I waste my time doing it myself, kind of thing. I'm a very efficient person.
yeah,
I want to get it done. But it's just, and also you are, like, I would never write a fitness plan for myself. So it's really nice
um,
for you to come in and see, like you did with the color schemes, like, tell me exactly
um,
what colors match me, what color suit or what shape suits my body. And our bodies are changing all the time, right? I mean, not just the
yeah,
explant that I went through, but also through having babies, through, like you said, perimenopause, menopause, and also just what we like, how we change our business, or we're
um,
constantly changing what we like on a daily basis, on a monthly
yeah.
basis. So it's nice to just have someone there to guide you through with some suggestions. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And what was your kind of favorite part in the styling process? And what are the kind of outcomes that you're still experiencing now, like on a daily basis?
Yeah, it's funny because I think it's more like the accountability of like, okay, let's do this. So
Yeah.
I mean, we made a Pinterest board. Again, I could have done that myself, but
Mm.
you helped me create that Pinterest board. And then we got to work about how can I create those styles from what I have. And I think from what I have in my wardrobe. And I think that was really cool as well. We took some things I already had. It wasn't just new
Mm.
things. And that piece was like, I can put this together, I can put that together.
Mm.
And just putting together the pieces and realizing I can actually do this. And
Yeah.
you've given me like the roadblocks and the pathway to get there. And now I'm actually doing it, which felt really like rewarding as well, really successful.
Mm.
And I felt good in the clothes that I was wearing at the end of it as well. And now, like I mentioned, I have people commenting on like, oh, you're dressed up today. Because normally I just walk. I love gym stuff. I like live in gym stuff, and I just didn't think that that quite suited where I wanted to be in my life anymore. I'm in my 30s
Mm.
now. I'm building several businesses. Like I just wanted to elevate my style, like you said, and I
Mm.
wanted the outer side to reflect my inner work. Yeah,
Mm.
reflect what's going on inside. And I think that's still even happening today. So I'm really grateful for that. It was really, really cool.
I think that's the power of it, isn't it? It's like, I think people underestimate how much style is like identity work.
Yeah.
And it's so much, well, the way that I do it anyway is so much deeper than I think people expect. And I know like when you were doing like my onboarding
Mm.
questionnaires and stuff, you said to me, like, even just doing that before we've even started doing the work, I have started to think about my style in a much more intentional way. And I'm like choosing different things when I'm pulling outfits together. And we haven't even like got to the styling process yet. So I think that's the power of it as well, is like really making you think about things in a different way and connecting you with that identity that you want to step into.
Yeah, and definitely that intentionality. Before that, I would just throw on anything and kind of put it together. And until that point, I'd never really thought, oh, okay, well, I've got these jeans. I'm going to put them together with these three things. One's a bit more casual, one's a bit more styled up, and the other thing is like to go out in. And I hadn't really, like, you really enabled me to kind of box them off into different types as well, and to
Yeah.
understand what I can do for each different occasion, which I love structure. I'm a routine girl and I love that.
Me
Yeah.
too. And I know that you said to me like it had impacted your relationship with sustainability as well. Like, how do you feel that's changed for you as part of this experience?
So I was definitely a fast fashion girly before. I've deleted Shine and Temu off my phone, for example.
Woo.
You showed me firstly a couple of other types of shops. Like I wasn't really sure what I was even looking for. I think it's like
Mm.
ignorant is bliss kind of thing.
Yeah.
And until we spoke about it, I hadn't really even thought about it and the impact, not just on the world, but also for me and my bank balance and my wardrobe and, everything that goes with it. And also the product quality on my
Yeah.
skin with toxins and colorants and things like that. So it was a huge, huge wake up call as well, just to think about what am I putting on every single day.
Mm.
I mean, there's that statistic that we as women wear like 200 more toxins than men,
I really yeah.
just from our perfumes, our skin creams, those kind of things. So if we can reduce like one thing on our body as well and get like decent clothing from like sustainable creators where they're using really nice fabrics like cotton, silks,
Mm.
those kind of things, then if you can do that, why not? And if your budget allows, and that's the thing,
Mm.
you showed me options as well that don't break the bank. It's not that you have to
Yeah.
spend a load of money, which I think that's what I thought it was before. But the
Mm.
thing is, if you get some of those timeless pieces, you can mix and match with like if it's a basics or if it's an elegant dress up occasion.
Mm.
So I think I definitely rethought how and what I'm going to buy from the whole process. Yeah.
I think that's the thing as well, that it's almost a false economy when we're buying lots of cheap things because then they don't
Yeah.
last. Like I did a podcast episode on like cost per wear, and how, you know, if you invest in something that, like you said, is timeless and it's made of quality natural fabrics, it's going to last a lifetime, versus buying the cheaper version. And then it's like saying of buy cheap, buy twice. And I've done that. Like I've been there and done it and got the t-shirt.
For sure.
And seen it for myself. Like I used to do it all the time when I worked in buying, because I would get so caught up in the trends because I was so in that world. And I would buy like the Zara version of, I don't know, like Valentino sandals, for example, and then they would fall apart within a month of wearing them.
Literally.
And then I would just be like, oh, I should have just got the more expensive like leather version. Lasted so much longer. And you end up wasting your money and wasting your energy and your time and everything else. So I think, even like you said, even if we're not considering like the impact on people and planet from an environmental point of view, even if we don't think about that, we need to think about our own kind of mental load, and like you said, the impact on our bodies and our hormones and all of that kind of thing, which I think a lot of women still don't realize that. Like they don't know the impact of wearing synthetic fibers, and especially when you're going through menopause as well and you're suffering with the kind of hormonal symptoms that come with that.
100%. So after we work together, all of my pajamas are 100% cotton, because we spend hopefully 8 hours in bed sleeping if you get your full 8 hours. And that's like half of your life. And so I want my body to be lying in cotton pajamas. And also my bedding is now changed to cotton. Those kind of things, I've become really aware of that. And yeah, it's just these small little swaps. And obviously it's not changing everything all at once, but just bit by bit, when you need new bedding, or when you need a new pair of pajamas, or when you need a new t-shirt, like check the labels and just have a look. I mean, it's you're advocating for yourself. That's, again, taking back your power, living more intentional. And I love that.
I love that as well. It's so important. So I'm sure that there's a lot of women listening who are kind of stepping into their next chapter and like their evolution, as we've said, like with your story. What would you say to the woman who knows that like she's ready for change, but she's not sure where to start?
I would say, what, in regards to style?
Anything like style, anything that's kind of reinventing yourself and, you know, just stepping into that new chapter.
Well, first of all, I would really switch off the noise and take time for yourself to understand what is it that I really want. And if you find that difficult or you have no time, then definitely get in touch with an expert like Alex and just get her opinion. That's not even like a conditional step, but just go for it. Definitely do it, because it will just show you so much. It's almost like a mirror being held up at you, and being allowed to like understand yourself for the first time, and kind of get to know yourself again. It's really hard going through a transitional period, especially, I mean, last year it wasn't even just the Explant, the business. I moved house. Like it was everything all in one go. And it was really hard amongst the chaos just to think, what do I want? And like have that reflected back to me with you was really nice. And it's nice as well we're the ones holding other people all the time. It's nice to be held sometimes, and just to just let go and allow someone to do something for you, to be able to be in receiving mode for once and not giving. So make space, get hold of a coach, and then invest the time. It'll be worth it to actually do this for you, because you deserve it. Don't put yourself on the back burner.
That's such good advice.
And can I also say one last thing? My husband had on his goals this year, he had up level his style, and he's like, I don't actually know what that means, but I definitely want to do it, because he's seen me do it. So he's like, I can't be looking like a slob basically next to you. So he's also getting a full new wardrobe as well, which is very exciting.
That's very exciting. I love that. I think that's the thing though, isn't it? Just not just with style, but with like personal development in general. It has such a positive impact on all areas of your life, and then like friends and family pick up on that, and then it has like a really positive ripple effect with all of the people that are in your life, because it inspires them to do, you know, new things, up level, as you said.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's so good.
And I've got a final 3 quick fire questions that I
Yes.
ask everybody at the end of the
Yeah.
podcast. So what is one item of clothing in your wardrobe that you love the most and why?
This is a hard one. I want to say gym stuff, but I want that to be the ultimate. Let's go for something else. What's my favorite item of clothing? To be honest, right now I bought a new coat and it's -10 here in Germany right now, and it's so
Wow.
warm, it's down to the floor, it has a cinched waist belt, and it's
Nice.
just, that's my favorite right now. Yeah.
I love that. I love that it's practical as well.
Yeah.
Okay, and if we opened your wardrobe right now, what would we find way too much of?
Woolly jumpers. I went a bit
Because
mad before Christmas. Yeah, woolly jumpers.
you can never have too many. I think knitwear is probably one of the biggest areas in my wardrobe as well.
Yeah, but do you know what? I need to teach my husband how to wash it, because I've also got like a shrunk jumper now as well. So
My husband complains at me because I've got a couple of jumpers that have like mohair or like angora, like that, those kind of
yeah,
fibers. And when I wash them, I always try and wash them on their own,
yeah,
or, with things that are similar. And he's always like, "Oh, your fluff off your jumper is like on my work stuff," or
yeah.
like, it's like,
Gets
please.
everywhere.
No, I love it.
Yeah, same.
And final question, what's an outfit or a trend that you look back on and think, I really regret that, or it kind of makes you cringe when you think about it?
Yeah, I think it has to be like those, they're really back in now, those huge trousers that just were like, I mean, I was the skinniest little girl and I had these like wide leg trousers and my upper half was like this tiny. It was
Yeah.
crazy. That makes me cringe a little bit. The 90s in general is a little bit cringe, but it's come
Oh,
back
yeah.
now, hasn't it? So I see it now
Yeah.
and I just have to laugh. It's
It is funny. It kind of makes you feel quite old, doesn't it, when you see
yes, yeah. The
women
fact that
back
it's
on.
actually I'm like I'm at that age that it's come back round. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much for sharing your journey so openly and honestly with us today. I think it's going to help a lot of other women and be such an inspiration as well. You're hosting an amazing in-person event in May. Can you tell us
Yes.
a little bit more about that?
Yes, so it's going to be the 8th and 9th of May. We are hosting an event called Alive, and it's basically an experience, we want to say, rather than an event. So it's a 2-day event where Tara, Danielle, and we are part of Redefine, which is one of our businesses where we host international retreats around the world for women. But this year we decided to do it in Nottingham to make it accessible for some more of our clients in the UK. And there's more tickets because our retreats usually have like 5 to 10 people, and
Okay.
this venue's a lot bigger. It's an experience of like sensual, cellular, business, and just overall upgrade for your life. And so we're going to be doing some really cool, unique stuff. I'm going over business, just personal development as well, and just in general. It's going to be, I don't want to say too much because we planned it literally this week, so I'm trying not to give away too much, but it's going to be a really great event and I hope to see you there. Yeah, I can send you the link as well so that if anyone's
Yeah.
interested, they can come along. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll add that to the show notes and
Thank you.
Where's the best place as well for people to connect with you?
Yeah, probably Instagram. I'm at holistichormone.coach, or LinkedIn, Jessica Galinsky.
Amazing. I'll put all those links in the show notes as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me. It's been such a lovely podcast episode.
It's been amazing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in to A Styled Life. If today's episode resonated, the best way to support the show is to share it with another trailblazer or leave a quick review. And if you're ready to align your style with your next level of impact, head to the show notes to book your free style strategy call. Because when your style aligns with your purpose, the world takes notice.